Hello friends, today we will be studying the molecular symmetry. Now, why do we need to study symmetry? Because it tells us about the detail, structure, configuration or arrangement of atoms in a molecule. In nature, symmetry is everywhere around us. You can see the leaf of a tree, it's symmetrical in nature. The historical monument Taj Mahal is also very much symmetrical in nature. Also, human body, it is having exact bilateral symmetry. Any object which we can cut into two equal halves, they are said to be bilateral in nature. The concept of symmetry is useful in dealing with molecular structure, stereochemistry, and reaction mechanism. In order to define or in order to explain symmetry of any molecule or any compound, there are three main parameters. The first one is a point. The second parameter is a line. And the third parameter is a plane. Every molecule or every chemical compound has one such point which is called as the center of gravity of that molecule. From every molecule we can pass one such line around which the molecule can be rotated. And every molecule has one such a plane which can divide the object into two equal halves. For example, I am taking a very simple example. Suppose this is a molecule having linear geometry. The two ends I have given the names A and other end is B. Now in this object I will tell you how these three parameters are present. The first one is point. Now in this molecule, this is the point which we can call as the center of gravity. In this molecule I can pass the line like this. This is an imaginary line we have to draw. Around this line I can rotate the molecule, and in the same molecule we can pass the plane also. Suppose I am drawing the plane like this. Means this is the linear molecule and in this I am passing such plane. Now after passing the plane, half of the image on left side is getting reflected over the right side. If you can get same reflection on both the sides of the plane, then you can say that the plane can be passed through this molecule. So got it? These are the three main parameters which we need to explain the symmetry of any molecule: a point, a line and a plane. And by using these three parameters, there are 5 symmetry elements designed. They are called as the elements of symmetry. There are total 5 elements of symmetry. I'll tell you the names of all the 5 and then we'll see one by one in detail. So these are the 5 symmetry elements. First one is identity, which is denoted by the capital letter E. Second is rotational axis, or it is also called as proper axis of rotation, denoted by Cn, capital C suffix small n. Third one is mirror plane or a plane of symmetry, indicated by sigma. Fourth one is inversion center, which is also called as center of symmetry, denoted by the small letter I. And the last one is improper axis of rotation, denoted by Sn. Proper axis of rotation is Cn and improper axis of rotation is Sn. These 5 symmetry elements are designed, I will tell you again, all the 5 symmetry elements are designed by using 3 basic parameters, that is a point, a line and a plane. And by using all 5 symmetry elements, we will carry out particular movement of object or a chemical molecule that are called as symmetry operation. I am repeating again. We will rotate the molecule, we will carry out the movement of a molecule according to the given symmetry elements, that is called as the symmetry operations. Now we will see one by one in detail. First of all, we will start with the rotational axis or proper axis of rotation. So now by using these 5 symmetry elements, we will carry out now the symmetry operation. What do you mean by symmetry operation? It is nothing but a physical movement of object or molecule around an imaginary point or line or plane in such a manner that after movement the final configuration of the molecule is indistinguishable from the original configuration of the molecule. I am repeating again, listen carefully. Symmetry operations means it is nothing but the physical movement of object or molecule around an imaginary point or line or plane in such a manner that after movement the final configuration of the molecule is indistinguishable from the original configuration of that molecule. In short, the image or any molecule before carrying out symmetry operation and after carrying out symmetry operation should be same. For example, again we will take the simplest example as we have taken earlier. Suppose this is a molecule. I am passing an imaginary line which is passing through this central larger atom and I am rotating it in a clockwise direction. What kind of image I will get? B will get replaced at the position of A and A will get replaced on the position of B. But again, the image I am getting same. This is also linear one and this is also the linear one. In this way we have to carry out the symmetry operation so that before operating the molecule and after the operation we should get the same image. The first symmetry element we will see is rotational axis or proper axis of rotation, denoted by Cn. Rotational axis is an imaginary line which passes through the molecule around which we can rotate the molecule through a particular angle in clockwise direction. What is rotational axis? It is an imaginary line which passes through the molecule around which molecule rotates through a particular angle in clockwise direction. For example, consider the triangle. This is the point which is called as the center of this triangle. Now, if I am passing an imaginary line which is penetrating through this triangle, means which is perpendicular to this triangle, Then how will I rotate the molecule? Suppose here I am putting the point A, B and C. I am passing the imaginary line like this, which is penetrating through this triangle. Then once I will rotate the image in clockwise direction. Afterwards the movement will be, this A will get shift on the position of B, so A will come here. B will get shifted over the position of C, so B will come here and C at the position of A. Again, if I am rotating this image, what I will get? Again one time rotation in clockwise direction. Again B will get shift at the position of C. C will get shifted over here and this is A. Again if I am rotating it, what will be the movement? Again C will get its at original place. B will come over here, A will come here and B will get its original position. What is the angle of rotation here? It is 120 degree. It is practical one actually. You try rotating the triangle, you will get that the angle by which you are rotating, it is 120 degree. Because this A is completing its circle while it is coming at its original place, and the circle is of 360 degree. And how many times it takes to complete the circle? 1, 2 and 3. So if you divide 360 by 3, you get the angle of 120. That you will come to know later on by practice, how to find out the angle by which angle we are rotating the molecule. Okay. Okay, so now till where we have to go on carrying out the rotation? So the answer is that we have to go on carrying out the operation till we get the equivalent images. Now what do you mean by equivalent images? That is exactly same or identical. You can say that the image first and second, they are similar but they are not identical. Why they are similar? Because it is also triangular, it is also triangular. But why they are not identical? Because here on the topmost side we are having atom A and here we are having atom C. Again, first and third image are similar but not identical. But if you see the first or fourth image, they are exactly equivalent or exactly identical. So till when you have to go on carrying out the rotation? Till you get the exact image or exact geometry, means identical or equivalent. Take the second example of water molecule. We all know that water is having inverse V-shaped geometry. How we can pass the imaginary line from this water molecule? Can we pass it like this? Is the rotation possible? No. Can I pass the imaginary line through this first hydrogen? No. Can I pass the imaginary line from this second hydrogen? No. Why? Because the rotation will not be symmetrical. If I want the symmetrical rotation, I must pass the imaginary line that is passing through this central oxygen, and around this the molecule will get rotate like this. Now this is water molecule. From the center of oxygen I am passing an imaginary line around which the molecule will be rotated. See, first the two hydrogen atoms are like this and later on they will get moved like this. So by what angle the rotation is taking place? It is linear, 180 degree. After rotating it once by 180 degree, how the transformation of atoms will take place? Second hydrogen, actually both the hydrogens are same, but for the sake of understanding part, I have labeled this as H1 and it is H2. After rotation by 180 degree, what will happen? H2 will go at the position of H1 and H1 will go at the position of H1 will go at the position of H2, that is here. Now again, these two images, they are same or identical. They are same or similar but not the identical. But if again I carry out the same operation on this image, that is rotation by 180 degree, what I get? H1 at its place and H2 at its place, just like the original. So these two images are exactly identical to each other. So we have to stop carrying out the rotational operation here. We can't go further because what I told you, till where we have to go on carrying out the rotation, till you get the identical image as the original one. We'll take the third example. The next example is, consider any square planar molecule. We can take PTCl4, we can take XeF4, but for the sake of simplicity, for a moment I am taking the square planar card or a square planar molecule and labeled the 4 different atoms like A, B, C, D. How will I pass the rotational axis or an imaginary line around which we can rotate the molecule? Can you pass it from this line? No. Can you pass it from this line? No. The more symmetrical is, choose the center of symmetry and pass an imaginary line which is passing through this square planar molecule, means penetrating through this. What will be the angle of rotation if I am passing the imaginary line like this? It is 90 degree. One time rotation by 90 degree. This molecule A will get shifted at the place of B, means it will come here. Similarly A, B, C, D. Again if I rotate this molecule by 90 degree, what image I will get? D, A, B, C. Then again if I rotate this molecule by 90 degree, what will I get? C, D, A, B. Or we'll see like this. Initially we were having A, B, C, D. Later we got D, A, B, C. Again after carrying out operation we got C, D, A, B. Shall we carry out the operation further or we have to stop? No, we don't have to stop. We have to go on carrying out the operation further. Why? Because yet we have not got the identical image. These are the similar images only, not the identical one. So again what we will do? We will rotate this molecule by 90 degree. What you will get? B, C, D, E. Again these are not the identical ones. They are still similar. Again when you rotate this molecule by 90 degree, what you will get? A, B, C, D. Means you have got the square planar image with A at the position of A, B at B, C and D. Means these two images are exactly identical to each other. Here we have to stop carrying out the further symmetry operation. How many times we have rotated the molecule to get the identical image? 4 times. So it is called as 4-fold rotation. In water molecule we have moved the water molecule 2 times, so it is called as 2-fold rotation. In equilateral triangle we have rotated the molecule 3 times to get the identical image, so it is called as 3-fold rotation. Now this fold of rotation is also calculated by using a formula. A very simple formula is there. Cn. C stands for rotational axis and n is the fold of rotation of that axis. Axis means the imaginary line that we have passed. It is the formula for calculating the fold of rotation, that is n. This is nothing but this small n. It is given by 2 pi by theta, means 2 into 180 divided by theta. What is theta? It is the angle through which we are rotating the molecule. For example, in water molecule, by what angle we have rotated this? It was by 180 degree. So what is the fold of rotation for water molecule? N is equal to 2 pi, that is 2 into 180 divided by 180. So what is the value of N we are getting? 2. Hence the rotational axis for water molecule is C2. Cn, C suffix n, what is value of n we got here? 2. So C2 is the rotational axis for water molecule, and this is called as the principal axis. Means the imaginary line that we are passing through this molecule is called as the principal axis. As the water molecule is having twofold rotation, so it is having the C2 principal axis. Now another example we have taken, equilateral triangle. We have BF3 molecule which is having the triangular symmetry, means like equilateral triangle. If you have to carry out the symmetry operation here, how will you carry out? In the same way, the principal axis will pass through this boron atom, and around this the molecule will rotate. By what angle it is rotating? By 120 degree. So 2 into 180, that is pi, divided by 120. What is the answer you are getting? It is 360 by 120. So the answer of N you are getting 3. Means what is the principal axis for BF3 molecule? It is C3. Similarly, the fourth example we have taken a square planar. The third example we have taken is a square planar. You can take PtCl4, platinum at the center, and 4 chlorine atoms at the corners of 4 square planar. By what angles we have rotated this? 90 degree. So 2 into pi divided by 90, that is 360 divided by 90. The answer comes out to be 4. So what is the principal axis for PtCl4? That is C4.